Live streaming is
Live
on.
streaming is on.
Be able to sign into.
Okay, Jackson, do you have good internet? Or what's the problem?
I have, and it keeps redirecting. But even when I was able to sign in, I could. There was no course available. I didn't see anything.
Sir, I think I have the same issue with Jackson because this morning I was not able to access my LMS platform too. It kept saying the same issue.
Okay, I think that's the issue with the platform. But let's look for. Okay, so have you been able to?
Um,
Yeah, have you been able to install Exam?
yes, I installed the app, but it's on my laptop. I'm on my phone right now.
Your laptop is not with you.
No, I'm not with it.
So how do you
Maybe
know?
I'll check it. Then if it's still the same issue, I'll let you know.
You're supposed to work with your laptop now.
Yes, but I had to do something, so I left home. So I had to connect with my phone. Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, this is better.
Okay. So I'm just going to take you through.
Even with the app, there's not it's not working.
Yeah, I think it's, the server is down. Something's wrong. So it's not from you.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, just share my screen. I'm going to be taking you through PHP as the next topic on the curriculum. So adequate output, variable, PHP constants, commenting, PHP code, PHP code, configuring your variable. Okay, so PHP. I think we started on PHP last week. I'm sure we did. So
No,
did we?
no, we did
Not
HTML.
really. We just installed the app.
Okay, let me show you. Let me install it from my own system. I can download it that day. No. Just give me some minutes. Okay. In the meantime, why is still? Let me just quickly do PHP. So I said PHP is the server side. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
PHP is a server side, is a server scripting language, and a powerful tool for making dynamic and interactive web pages. PHP is widely used, free and effective alternative to computers such as Microsoft ASP. So, so what PHP does is that it basically manages the backend. It's used as a backend. It's used to manage the backend of the website. For instance, you have this website now, but JavaScript makes it look um, interactive. When you click on, see what happens when you click on something ahead, it brings out all these are JavaScript features, right? This is happen now. JavaScript, right? Makes it look interactive. Um, you don't have to load all your information all the time. Like you don't have to load everything from the database. So what PHP does is connects the front end with the database, and it uses to make your web page functional. Okay, So we're just going to be going to the starting with the beginning with the basics of PHP. So to write the PHP code, this is the PHP syntax. Yeah, in an HTML code. What you want to write PHP, you write. So let's try it. So you write this less than sign question mark PHP. Then you have your content inside. Then you close it, closing with this question mark and the greater than sign. So this is your PHP. So once you this is my first PHP script. So echo is used to print out to the screen. Echo, you can use echo or um hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So basically this is the first PHP code. So it's used to um used it to print. You can use printer, you can use echo. Print works, echo to works. The different one is this echo. So what you need to now start learning is how to create variables, functions, classes, how to work with basic code, how to write loops, for loop, while loop, do loop. PHP is kind of dynamic, so you enjoy it. So, introduction to PHP. So, before you say you should already know HTML, so just click on some PHP. So, PHP is an acronym for Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP is widely used open source scripting language. PHP scripts are executed on the server. PHP is free to download and use. So, like, you don't need to download it because when you download XAMPP, you actually download PHP already, so you can run it. That's the essence of this server, XAMPP server. All right. What can PHP do? PHP can generate dynamic page content. PHP can create, open, read, write, delete, close files on the server. PHP can collect data. PHP can send, receive cookies. PHP can add, delete, modify data in database. PHP can be used to control user access. PHP can encrypt data. So that's why PHP is used for web backend. Why PHP? Okay, PHP runs on different platforms: Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, OS, etc. And PHP is compatible with almost all servers used today. PHP supports a wide range of databases. PHP is free. PHP is easy to learn and runs efficiently on the web on the server side. So Okay, let's go next. This is tells you about installing PHP.
Sorry, you're not sharing your screen anymore.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry about that. I didn't know. I thought you were seeing my screen. Can you see it now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Okay. What do I need to start using PHP? So find the web host with PHP and MySQL support. Install a web server on your own PC and then install PHP and MySQL. So basically, when you install XAMPP, XAMPP does all of this stuff for you. But this is on your local machine, not on the web host. Okay. So it's when you're working on a web host, you now need to install all these things by yourself. Or XAMPP can run it on a local server. Okay. So let's go next. PHP syntax. So basic PHP syntax. Like I said, a PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document. A PHP script starts with this syntax and ends with this tag. So this tag and this tag, and the code goes there. I've spoken about that before. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay. PHP case sensitivity. In PHP, if else while echo, etc. classes functions and user defined are not case sensitive. So you can use capital letter for if, small letter for. I mean, that's the meaning. That is, you can either use a capital letter or you can use mixed cases. It's not going to affect. Look at it. See the example. So echo, look at echo. You use capital letter. You use. It's still going to work for all of them. That's the meaning. They are not case sensitive. However, all variables names are case sensitive. So we'll be going to variables. Variables means this. For example, this color, right, is a variable. A variable is um, like a container that we use to store different types of data. Okay, so there are different type of data types, right? What the variable does is like a container, and so we said this is the variable color, right? And we said we set it to this string red. So red here is a type of data, which is a string. So a variable can store different kind of data, and it's used to store different data. So what in actual sense, what it actually does is that it acts. This is PHP is more like a high level programming language. So it acts as an address, a pointer to where it's actually stored on the memory, right? So it's just like color points to the address where red is actually stored on the memory. And so anytime you want to find red, you just need to call color. Okay, so that's the variable, and it says that variable is case sensitive. So you can't use. Let's try this one now. You can't use. You cannot use my car is red to give you. So you cannot use this color to represent this because in actual sense you need to be it's case sensitive. You need to be exact to what um because the computer interprets each value of this COLOR to mean something. So when the moment you set this to red, it automatically connects or ties this color to an address. And so to call another thing will not work. You have to call the exact um, alphabet you used. So it's case sensitive. That's the meaning. Okay. Um, PHP comments. Yeah, comment in PHP. So if you want to comment in PHP, you can either use this single line comment. These are single line comments, or you use multiple line comments, which is this. So that's that. Then variables. So let's go to variables. So what there are laws in creating variables. So in PHP, the variable starts with the dollar sign followed by the name of the variable, right? Now, what are the other laws? So I'm just looking for the laws. Yeah. So these are the laws. These are the rules for creating variables. So these are the rules for PHP variables. So a PHP variable starts with a dollar sign followed by the name of the variable. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. It's either it starts with a letter or an underscore character. It cannot start with a number or anything else. The variable name cannot start with a number. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. So it's only alphabets, characters, and underscores, nothing like dots, other things. A variable name cannot have all those things. Variable names are case sensitive, like we said before. So you just remember all of this when you're creating a variable name. Anything that if you create a variable that um, doesn't follow this law, it won't work. We'll test it now. So okay, let's try this. Let's say um, so this is a variable used. So a variable was used to store this string, and it was echoed in the string back. So txt is w3schools.com. So echo I love txt, which is this. Okay. So let's say for example we now said let it be two. That it will not work because you have broken the law of creating variables. So unexpected two, expecting a variable. So it's not, it's against the rule for the language. Okay, so you must make sure you follow the rules uh, of that. Yeah. So PHP is a loosely typed language. You don't have to tell every time you are creating it that this is the variable type or this is the type of data you are using. So if you are writing, if you have done C or C++ before, you understand what I mean. But yeah. Okay. Variable scope. So we have scope. The concept of scope is that we have local, global. We have three variable scopes: global, local, global, and static. So let's talk about the global and local scope. A variable declared outside of a function as a global scope and only can only be accessed outside a function. Okay. So that's so for example, if I create a variable here, I can access it inside this function. Do you understand? That's for um, PHP. It's different from some other languages. For some other language, when you create a variable here, you can access it inside here. But when you create a variable inside here, you can access it outside. So, but for PHP, when you create a variable outside, you can access it inside. When you create a variable inside, let's check out. So, a variable declared within a function as a local scope and can only be accessed within that function. Same thing. So, when you create a variable inside here, you can access it outside too. Same thing goes for the both of them, right? So, when you create a variable inside a function like this guy, you cannot access it outside, right? You can't access it outside. It has to be inside. Let's go to the next variable scope. Okay. So the global keyword is used to access a global variable from within a function. So the only way you can access a global variable like this one is when you use, let's try it. It's when you use the global. So you create a variable x equals to 5, y equals to 10, and your function is my test, right? So the way you can access these variables is when you use global. So when you put global here, you're able to access the information on the global space. So that's where you'll be able to work. I think that's what it means, and that's how you get 15. So you say echo y, y is now x plus y, which is 5 plus 10, which is 15. This is what we got here. Okay. So moving forward, yeah, next. Print and echo statement. I think I did that while we're starting. So okay, now we have XAMPP. Yeah. So we have XAMPP. What you need actually is this Apache and MySQL to run it. So I'm going to run our first code. So start, allow, allow. So I've started running MySQL and Apache. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to try to create it. So when you go to your folder, you look for XAMPP where it was installed. Are you following what I'm doing? Are you following what I'm doing? Damn, when you open XAMPP, you open htdocs. So in this folder here, right, htdocs, then you can create anything you want to create. So we want to create want to create a folder here. That's the way we'll be able to run it. Okay. So our folder, we'll call it php new.php. Sorry, php new is the folder. Okay, not a code. So in this PHP new, right, we're going to open it using Visual Studio Code. Uh, yeah, open with code. So we're going to create our first file. I trust it. So our first file index.php. Right? So we're going to write HTML code. HTML we're going to use echo something. So let's just practice what we've learned. Let's create a variable. So for you to write PHP, you can write it anywhere. But to write it, you have to open what? You have to have what? The opening and write whatever you want to write. So let's create a variable named uh, never thing. So, okay, so I've got my page ready now. So let's run it. Now let's run it using local. So let's start local. Okay. Yeah. So looking for. Okay. So now what? Okay. New folder. I created was PHP new error. Error now. Unexpected loss. Okay. What's the error? Tell me what the error was. Hello. Are you there?
Yes, fine.
There's an error. What's the error?
Um, I don't think there's an error.
Okay, the error is that it's already obvious, and I see that this color is there from this color, body is there from this one is from this thing. So the error is that we didn't close the PHP tag. So we opened it, but we didn't close it. So now that I've closed it,
Oh,
yeah,
oh yeah, yeah.
to refresh. So my rice is ready. You see now. So that works. So that's how you can um install your XAMPP and run your first code. Because you can do that, install it and run your first code. So you can manipulate it to be whatever you want. You can put it inside of any tag. You can create a variable and put it inside of any tag. That's what makes it interesting. Inside of your HTML document, your HTML code. You know, put anything you want. Okay. So let's continue. We'll be doing the test one. Continue. Okay. So PHP data types. Supports the following data types: string, integer, float, boolean, array, object, null, resource. So these are the different data types. Please go and read on them. I won't have time to talk all of these things. What's the time now? It's 11, Abby. So you're actually supposed to read on all of them. I think the thing that we should focus on now is constant. It talks about constant. So we should do constant. So a constant is an identifier name for a simple value, a value that cannot be changed during the script. So the concept of constant is that a constant is like a variable, but it's a variable that you cannot change easily. So to define a constant, you have this is the formula: define name, value, case insensitive. So an example is this. So you want to define the constant. The constant is greeting, right? I mean, this is the name of the constant, and this is the value of the constant. When you echo the constant, what you get is welcome to W3 schools. This is the constant. The name of the constant is greeting. The value of the constant is this. So this is you creating a case sensitive constant, a case sensitive name constant, right? So this now finish everything. This says that the name of the constant is greeting. The value of the constant is welcome to three schools, and it is case sensitive. This means you are saying that if the person does not use the correct case in this thing, it will not work. So case sensitive is true. Echo greeting will not work because sorry, let me try this. Yeah, it works because it is not case sensitive rather it is the other way around. So it is insensitive. That means you can anything you call whether uppercase or lowercase it will work. Okay, so um you can okay, we've not done arrays before. We're supposed to have done arrays before here. Okay, constant in arrays or creating an array constant. So define you now is the name of the constant cars and you put it in an array where you have different type of cars. So when you echo car 0, you will have Alpha Romeo. You echo car 1. A programming counting starts from 0. The first uh, uh, information here starts from 0. So this is 0, 1, 2. So um, when you run it, you have Alpha Romeo. When you put 1 here, you have BMW. When you put 2, you have Toyota. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay, so basically, um, this is the talk session, and I think most of the things you can read them. If you have any question, you ask me. Okay, so um,
Yes, sir.
yeah, do you have a question?
I had one, but I think you've clarified it. So it was about
Okay.
the editor. Yeah, but you already said we can use
What's about the
um
words?
the editor. I wanted to ask instead of Echo, like can we use Vim or so? But
Yes,
then
you can use print. Yeah,
okay, okay.
echo or print. Do you write Java? Do you write Python?
Yes, a little.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's why you want to use print.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So basically, that's it. You can just go and walk around it. PHP is interesting. So in the next conversation, we'll do with other things. So I would advise you to continue working on your assignment, and I'm going to drop the next assignment once I have access to the LMS. Okay. So just continue working your next assignment. Or Jackson, have you finished your assignment?
Yes, sir.
Um I haven't done the to-do list yet, but I'm done with the one-page website.
Same with me. I'm
And
not
yeah,
done with the to-do list,
okay.
but I
So
don't really want it
continue
so.
work. Okay, continue working on the portfolio thing.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, don't we're going to leave here by so I'm still here. We're still here. Just be working it. What be working. You can share your screen and be working on it here. So the class finished by 11, by 12 rather.
Damilola, you said you should share your screen and start working on it.
Yeah, I mentioned that I'm not with my laptop here.
Oh,
I'm not
oh,
with my
sorry, can we leave the meeting?
I don't think we can because it gave us a task to be working on it.
Okay.
He said the class was to end by 12 and we're still here. So he just wants us to just do some other things.
Yes, yes, thank you.
don't listen.